Now, your news on the go.
Governor Cuomo says he'll follow a data-driven formula to determine whether or not schools can reopen. But he says if a school is in a phase 4 region and the 14-day average of the daily COVID infection rate is below 5%, those schools can reopen.
But if the region's 7-day infection rate average is above 9% after August 1st, it'd have to stay closed. This as the state issued guidance yesterday of how schools who are eligible to reopen could possibly do so.
Onondaga County Executive Ryan McMahon now says he's working with the sheriff to order people to stay in quarantine. And he says if the quarantine is broken, the county will work with the district attorney's office and it will be thoroughly investigated. This as the county has seen its first uptick in the average number of daily cases since the restart began.
And Governor Andrew Cuomo says the state will start issuing fines up to $2,000 to people not following the travel advisory since too many are ignoring it, they say. The Department of Health has issued an emergency order to mandate travelers going to states that are under quarantine to provide a location form before they leave the airport.
The pandemic has cost local governments tens of millions of dollars, and Senator Chuck Schumer says he'll seek congressional approval to make up at least some of that money. He's proposing a bill that would also provide funding to local small business owners by extending the PPP loan program to the end of the year and providing an option for a second loan program for those businesses that are eligible.
And the Janesville DeWitt School Board discussing the future of school resource officers at JD High School, holding a virtual Zoom meeting last night. They have received several emails from those within the district, both in favor of and opposed to having an SRO. The DeWitt Police Benevolent Association also sending a letter to the board explaining why the SRO is a critical asset with more than 100 hours of specialized experience.
And the Syracuse Common Council has put a new ordinance on the books that now makes lead in homes a housing violation. That means city inspectors will get training to test for lead in homes, and if they find it, it's a code violation and could go right to court if the landlord doesn't get rid of the source. Lead paint is extremely dangerous for young children and can cause long-range brain problems.